afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV. Very excited to be out with you all this afternoon. It's a scorcher, everybody. 36 degrees Celsius. Very, very hot. And I'm out with Andrew, guys, and I just quickly popped down to the southern fence here of Blowbunk just to have a look around and see if we didn't get lucky with any cheetah tracks. And I've pulled over to the side here because I just want to show you there's a whole bunch of really cool tracks on the road at the moment. So first off, this set of tracks right here, everybody. Now it's probably last night, possibly early this morning, of a hyena, spotted hyena. Now we don't see our hyena all that much, so I do get very excited when I see their tracks, knowing that they're still around. And then if you have a look just next to the hyena's tracks, you'll see these other small little paw prints, which look just like a cat's tracks, walking along the road the same direction as the hyena. Now those tracks belong to a civet, African civet, which also predominantly moves around at night, maybe very early morning. There's also some giraffe tracks, some pretty fresh giraffe tracks on the road here. And what's also really pricked my interest, everybody, are the cheetah tracks. They're a little bit far off, but this is one of what looks like one of the male cheetahs that walked along here possibly early this morning, everybody, maybe yesterday afternoon. Now I first discovered the cheetah's tracks about 500 yards back. They headed this direction, and yeah, they're certainly not from this afternoon, but they're definitely from within the last sort of 12 hours would be my guess. So it's been some time since we've seen a cheetah, so I'm very excited. Let's see if we can find this cheetah, everybody. The tracks are heading west towards the western boundary of Blowbunk. Our camp is not too far from here. And just before I pulled up here, we thought we may have seen something rather large in the road up against the fence here as well. So we just want to get over the next little crest here and have a closer look. We thought it might have been an elephant. Let's go have a look-see. Just going to quickly say hello to our pack members that have joined us. Sorry everybody, I'm just dealing with a bit of the man flu. Good afternoon, Rosemary. Hello Jennifer, hello Di, hello Carol, hello Shanann. Hi Mary. Hello Ian. Hello Betty. Hello Barbara. Hello Elsa. Good afternoon Brian. Hello Jan. And hello JP. Good afternoon everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you to our pack members for always supporting us and joining us on our pack drives, and to everybody on the public channel out there following us. Thanks for joining us. Let's see if we can find ourselves a cheetah, shall we? Now the male lions came past our camp last night, early this morning as well, but they've done a massive mission. They've ended up right up near the northern boundary of the reserve, the top of Leadwood. So we're probably not going to get to them this afternoon. We'll see how it goes. There's the big object we spotted earlier. What is it? It is an elephant's bun. Well done, Andrew. Andrew spotted it first, by the way, everybody. I was too focused on cheetah tracks. But that certainly is the bum of the largest beast out here. That's awesome. What a lovely start for us, everybody. Alright, let's get a bit closer and see. It's most likely the whole herd. Our big bull, by the way, everybody, just an update on that. The big collared bull is still on the Blue Canyon Conservancy. He's still hanging out on that side, and we're just monitoring that situation very closely just to see what he does. The positive news is that he has actually returned on 2 or 3 occasions to this very same area here where he broke through. So good signs. It does look like he does want to come back, so I'm pretty sure quite soon we're going to have to drop this fence again, everybody, and get Jerry to come out with his chopper and try and push our bull back onto the Rietspruit Game Reserve. And it's interesting, since he's left, the herd and the younger bull have been spending quite a lot of time along this stretch. You wonder why. Is it because they are connected to that bull? Is it because they're picking up on his scent? There's obviously good food along here, and then the waterhole, which is right here, Mamba Dam, close to our camp. It could of course just be coincidence that they keep coming along this stretch for the time being. But yeah, quite interested to see if the whole herd is here. To answer your question, Di, yes, there certainly are caracal here. I've seen them on several occasions on the Rietspruit. The very first time was about 10 years ago, driving into my father's home on Leadwood. Him and I bumped into a female caracal with 2 of her kittens, just lying right next to the road. They didn't even move. It was unbelievable. They just sat there and watched us for a while before eventually Mom got up and moved off, and the kittens followed her. So that was probably one of the best caracal sightings I've ever had, just because I'd never seen kittens before. Right, the elephants have been here, that's for sure. You can hear the knocking sound. They've actually broken one of the strands of the wire here. And then they've also been mud bathing off to the right. So clearly a strand touching the ground here, so it's busy shorting. So the maintenance team have got work to do once again, and you can see in here on the right where they had a wonderful mud bath. Not surprising on a day like today where it's 36 degrees Celsius. It's been very, very hot, so they must have been quite chuffed to have discovered this fresh mud that's settled here in the Mamba Dam drainage line. This river that I've just stopped in was flowing up until a couple days ago, everybody. So clearly there was quite a bit of rain up on the Drakensberg Mountains up here. And so this river was flowing for about 4 days. Just a trickle, I mean half a foot deep. So it was awesome to see water flowing again on the reserve. And that's quite obviously why the elephants have been able to create a nice little mud patch here. The cheetah's tracks there. It is indeed. Just there on the left. Over there. Just walked through the mud there. I think that cheetah was probably quite grumpy, having to get its paws wet walking through the water here. Yeah. Not easy to tell that it's a cheetah track, everybody, because of the soft mud. But I assure you it is. Now what's interesting is that so far I've only seen what looks like tracks of one cheetah. So jury's still out. Is it the males or is it perhaps one of the females that's walked along the fence here? Now Andrew mentioned to me, just as I spotted these cheetah tracks, that he thought he might have seen cheetah tracks at our gate. Andrew had to do a run to town to get some more diesel. And so we'll go in and have a look around the gate. Sounds like maybe these cheetah walked past there. They might have gone north up along the western fence line. But first things first, let's try catch up with these elephants. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of dung around here, elephant dung. So I'm sure it's the herd that are here. very thick bush. Oh, there is an elephant right here. 2 of them. It's definitely the herd, everybody. Oh, that's awesome. What an absolutely amazing way to start our afternoon, folks. Thank goodness we found those cheetah tracks, otherwise we never would have seen these elephants this evening. There was no sign of them when we left camp, which means they've been along the southern fence here for quite a while. Just notice now the cow feeding over my right shoulder here is the one with that downturned tusk. She's busy feeding on sickle bush. Now that's one of the invasive plants we've hoped that the elephants would help us deal with. Carol says thanks for cleaning critter cam, Andrew. Hello, big girl. She's hanging on to a branch she wants to chew next. Stations have located the herd of elephant. They're on the southern fence of Blaubank, just slightly west of Mamba Dam. So between Mamba Dam and the old airstrip on the southern fence, they're moving slowly west. Oh, listen to that.
Paula, please speak up a bit. Very, very interesting. What is the sign in there?
Paul, it's the elephants. That was wonderful, everybody. Elephants communicating with each other.
Station, can you please repeat the lock of the elephant?
Southern fence of Blaubank between the old airstrip and Mamba Dam.
Thank you very much.
Standing by. Not yet, Jakes, no. There's no tracks on that side, but there is some dung just up ahead here. When I last saw him, he was feeding in this same drainage line, just east of the old airstrip, still on the other side. Oh, that cow's communicating again. Copy that, I'll let you know. So that's just Jake's there, everybody that I'm talking to. He's currently in control of the situation with our elephant bull, as Kevin is away at the moment. So Jake's is monitoring our big bull, and what he's just asked me now is whether our big bull is still in must. Now that's a good point, because if he's in must, then he might still want to try go back through the fence, because we know that he encountered the other elephants of the Blue Canyon Conservancy when he first broke out. And so if he's in must, he might then want to go back, you know, keep going back to try and connect with that herd, to try and breed with the cows in that herd. So perhaps everybody's just waiting for his must cycle to end, and then we'll try to push him back onto our side. You can see there's some dung just here on the left. I'm sure that's him. See that dung through there, everybody? I last saw this bull,
Far out, I would like to respond.
must be about 3 days ago now. He was feeding just here. I'm sure that's his dung. Sorry, confirm, is that for the elephants?
That's an affirmative, yes, I'm close to Mamba Dam.
Okay, copy, make your way. Your best approach will be to come from the airstrip and head east along the southern fence.
All right, copy that.
You'll see every now and then these elephants flapping their ears, trying to cool themselves down. But they're very clever, of course. They're also feeding in the shade, everybody. And that's because of the intense heat at the moment. Trying everything they can to try and keep themselves cool. I'm just going to go forward though, folks, because there's another elephant feeding closer to us here. Interesting, these elephants have been here for a while. I'm looking on the road up ahead of me, and there's lots of tracks of these elephants ahead of us. So they've been moving up and down along the southern fence, presumably having picked up on either sound or scent of our bull, or perhaps even other elephants on the other side of the fence here.
I've just followed a puncher, so I won't be coming for a while. Okay, copy.
Good afternoon, Deneen. Lovely to have you with us. As you can see, we have started with the best possible start here. The elephant herd is feeding on the southern fence, not far from camp actually. What is she eating there? That looks rather prickly. Ah, green thorn. And it looks like a young tree, also known as the torchwood, that type of tree. The new name is greenthorn. That's what that cow is feeding on. Is this the young bull coming through here? Yes, it is. He must be missing his friend. Or maybe he isn't. Maybe he's quite chuffed with life. He's got all the girls to himself. Just forced one of the other cows out of the thicket there. goes, trailing. Nice shot in there of this cow feeding on this young torchwood, young greenthorn. Elephants are particularly fond of their pods. Absolutely love torchwood pods, and so they'll very often shake the trees, to the big trees that is, to get the pods to release and drop down. Looks like most of the elephants, everybody, have actually pushed in away from the fence now, heading north. Let's just move a bit more forward and see if we can see the bull again. I last saw him moving in this drainage line here. Yep, there he goes. You can see he's following a game trail there. A game trail that these elephants have certainly created and added to. It may have been a much narrower, smaller game trail in the past, but look at that game path. It's very wide and very flattened. They are pushing north, slowly. It'll take them some time though before they get out of this block, everybody. But if they keep going the direction they're going, I'd say in the next half an hour, maybe more, they're probably going to go drink at the reservoir just outside our camp. Great pleasure. How are you guys?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. I'm going to be heading on.
Okay.
Enjoy.
And the same to you.
Thank you, bye. I am.
Standing by. Yeah, the Poole is on Redwood.
Oh, wasn't that just lovely, everybody? Those elephants have headed straight north through the block there. So we won't be able to follow them through there. But that was amazing. What a lovely start. Right. Well, back to searching for the cheetah, everybody. I'm going to quickly shoot up to the gate and just go have a look at the tracks there that Andrew saw. And just have a look, see if that cheetah has indeed gone north along the western fence line. I've left the herd of elephant heading north now through the block from the southern fence towards Hoofpad with one other station. Yeah, I can still see the cheetah's tracks here, everybody. And these cheetah tracks are on top of the elephant tracks. In fact, they're up and down here. You can see them really nicely though with this light, and you can see them on top of the elephant's tracks here. Go away, fly. Shoo fly. Yeah, look at that, everybody. Really cool to see those clear cheetah tracks, and judging by the amount of different tracks here, I think it's definitely the two males. I'm not seeing cub tracks. Yeah, one set of tracks there and another here. But they have gone up and down here. But back down there, you know, where we were with the elephants, there were no tracks of them going both directions, only of them coming this direction. Oh, it would be so cool if we could find the two male cheetah. It's been a long time since we've seen them. Perhaps they came up here searching for impala, which they often have a lot of luck with in this corner and along the old airstrip outside our camp here. Let's just quickly have a look along the western fence and see if they continued up that way. They often sleep right here as well, in this corner here. Troop of monkeys. Playing around on the fence there. They seem pretty relaxed. Unlikely they've seen a cheetah recently. Once again, tracks of these cheetah males going both directions here. But it's been very quiet around camp here. No alarm calls. Certainly haven't seen the cheetah, of course. I drove through here earlier, I didn't see them. So my gut's telling me they've gone north. They may have spent just a bit of time going up and down here, perhaps investigating prey. Let's just keep going and see if we keep finding their tracks. Must of course keep our wits about us, because you don't want to drive past them. They could be sleeping in the shade somewhere while it's still hot. Still tracks of one of them heading north. Oh my word, baby tortoise. Look at this, everybody. That is brand new. A brand new. Looks like leopard tortoise. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Holy smokes, you are beautiful. Oh man, that is just so precious. This actually looks like a baby hinged tortoise, everybody. Now normally I wouldn't disturb a baby, everybody. I just want to make sure that this little tortoise gets away from the fence. I of course am absolutely intrigued by this gorgeous little thing, but I just want to kind of herd it slowly away. Obviously it was doing that initially, but just make sure that my disturbance doesn't force it to go back. God, that's beautiful. Definitely one of the hinged, most likely a Specs hinged tortoise, everybody. He or she has safely made it across the road. Going the right direction. You're safe here on our reserve, buddy. That was very cool. Cheetah tracks are still here, by the way.
Well, it was here this morning, and it was the same now. And let's call all the guys around here.
Vervet monkeys, everybody. Hello, you naughty little dudes. Very inquisitive. amazing. Such clever little animals. Very entertaining, of course. Oh dear. Especially these youngsters. All right, buddy. Show's over. Thank you. Monkey tracks everywhere here. I'm not seeing the cheetah's tracks. Welcome back, everybody. We're not too sure what happened there. Apologies for the breakup. You haven't missed too much. The only real update that I can give you since we broke up there is that I have lost the tracks of these cheetah. Oh dear. There's lion tracks here now. Ah. So that might hamper our cause this afternoon, folks. The male lions, after having left our camp this morning, went up this way as well. So I found a set of cheetah tracks up here. But like I say, these male lions, which we know are sleeping on Leadwood, you can see the tracks directly below us here of the lions. These lions walked through here this morning as well, everybody. Now cheetah, of course, will absolutely take off when they bump into lions. And so they might have changed their direction entirely if they did indeed run into these male lions sometime this morning. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's see if we still get lucky up here, guys. Andrew, did you drive up here this morning? Following lines?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you leave them?
On Leadwood. I went along the whole fence line.
Aha. So I've just figured that out now, everybody. I can see Andrew's, well, our vehicle tracks on the road here. And you didn't notice cheetah tracks this morning on drive?
Mm-mm.
worries. Just going to quickly go back, everybody, and look at the top end of the airstrip here. Make sure these male cheetah didn't turn around and are sleeping there. I don't see tracks here right now. So Andrew was following these lines here this morning, everybody, and he didn't see any cheetah or cheetah tracks. So what we do know is that these male lions did not bump into these cheetah at all this morning, because Andrew, of course, would have seen that. But what I'm now trying to figure out is, did the cheetah walk up here before the lions or after? And what it looks like is it was before. You followed those lines through here? Was it all three of them?
No, just two.
The ginger males?
Yeah.
It doesn't appear those cheetah came through here at all. Only thing that came through here were those male lions and a spotted hyena. Alright. Back to the fence line we go, everybody. Also, the leaves are starting to turn, and quite a few of the trees are starting to lose their leaves as well. The season is certainly changing. Not that the temperature has changed that much. We went through a cold patch at the beginning of this week. Of course, it's been a scorcher over the weekend. When you followed the lines, did they go all the way along the western fence line onto Leadwood?
Yeah.
Well, the good news, guys, the cheetah tracks do still continue north here. But I'm now thinking that they were here yesterday afternoon. The lions have walked over the cheetah's tracks. And of course, they were not seen this morning whilst Andrew was following these lions. The lions didn't show any signs that they'd picked up on the cheetah. So they've headed up here, I think, yesterday afternoon. Which means we're quite a long ways out from them. But we'll keep at it. Let's see if we can figure out which direction they took. Which would have then presumably been early this morning. Which direction have these male cheetah headed early this morning? The male lions would have obviously been quite vocal this morning, and so as soon as they started roaring, the cheetah, you know, close by to these cheetah, the cheetah would then have changed their plan. They would have moved away from the lions.
Final closing down.
So there's a road that turns away from the fence here, everybody, and I just wanted to try and see if I could see if the cheetah turned away here, but I can't see any of their tracks. Just quickly go a bit further north, otherwise we'll check this road which cuts east into the reserve. Also some old female leopard tracks going north up here. Perhaps the mother of the cubs. This is her territory. Right, now if there's no tracks of these cheetah males here, everybody, then we have to assume that they moved east off the fence, and then that's what we're going to do. Where they've gone, but I think they heard these lions and moved off the fence. When these two male cheetah were first released on the reserve, they actually used to spend a bit of time in this area that we're entering now. Scallum Savannah. Beautiful little section this. Just have a look along here for tracks and then basically loop back to that other road I passed earlier that cut east away from the fence. Perhaps that's where they went. But anyway, this is a lovely area to be driving in at this time of the day. Good area for leopard. Very good area for black rhino. Indeed, Betty, Mary, the team have been working tirelessly to get this camera all figured out. Yeah, it looks very sharp according to Betty and Mary. Very grateful the sun has gone down. Temperatures now starting to drop. Of course, that might mean some of the predators will get active. Look at the color of the leaves through here, everybody. All starting to go yellow and orange. These are all the bush willows that are starting to turn. These ones with the yellow leaves. No sign of these cheetah down here either, guys. So we're now going to circle back to Lamundurang. that last road that headed off the fence takes you through to Lemunduring Krip. And we're just going to head that way now and see if we don't find any signs of these cheetah. We are, of course, losing the light very quickly now, which is first of all going to make tracking very difficult. But of course, we also don't follow cheetah at night. But moving back towards Lemunduring Krip, we then go into a different female leopard's territory. Always a chance of rhino around that little waterhole as well. And that's where we're headed to next. Female leopard tracks. Sadly, doesn't look like they're from today. Perhaps yesterday. But you never know, everybody. I wonder which female this is. The mother of the cubs or Kudu Krip 2-3. Tracks are heading south towards Lemunduring. hyena tracks here as well, from sometime yesterday or even the day before. Perhaps that leopard made a kill somewhere here and the hyenas robbed her of it. Who knows? Maybe the hyenas forced her to hoist her carcass into a tree along here. That would be epic. Right, now we're about to hit the road, everybody, that I wanted to check to see if these male cheetah didn't come this way.
Standing for Birdman.
Standing by.
Leadwood is empty now, other than the male hippo.
Okay, copy that. Thanks. Thanks, Birdman. We'll make our way.
No problem, everyone's following the lines now.
Okay, copy. Thanks.
No, the cheetah males didn't come this way either. The male lions, I think, ruined our chances, everybody. Anywho. Another day. Maybe this leopard will show up to make our day. Heading towards this little waterhole now, everybody. The Windhoring Crypt. Danina, I see you've asked the question, how many wild animals die from snake bites? Lots. Yeah, a lot of them. Of course, we have some seriously venomous snakes out here. The black mambas, the cobras and the puff adders. And yeah, a lot of animals will die from snake bite, and not just the ones they consider prey. A lot of the animals will get struck by snakes where the snake is just merely threatened and trying to defend itself. They'll succumb from that very toxic venom, whether it be the neurotoxic, hemotoxic or cytotoxic venom. It depends on which animal it is, of course, though. I think some of the larger animals can cope with the venom. But I think a lot of the smaller animals will die. You don't come across it very often, however, though. This is the waterhole I wanted to come and sit at, everybody. Just for a short while. See if we don't see anything, hear anything. Oh, there's a duiker. Just coming to drink on the right hand side of the reservoir. Little common duiker. Perhaps heading off. Might have already had its drink, everybody. Let's see. Moved off. Shame, I suspect that we might have spooked that poor little duiker that was coming for a drink. I'm just going to turn the light off in case it does want to come back. Just listen to the bush for 5 minutes. Not long before full moon. beautiful evening. Very quiet here where we are now. Right, let's carry on, everybody. Very quiet here. Nothing stirring for now. Hello Volma, thank you for your lovely comment. It's lovely to be out here with all of you. It's just so good for the soul. Beautiful here. And that wonderful elephant sighting, that really was special. And the monkeys. Yes indeed, Mary. Bush baby o'clock. That would be very nice indeed. Just saw some porcupine tracks on the road, everybody, heading up this way. They look like they're from tonight. That would also be lovely. Just hearing the reports there of one of the leadwood vehicles that followed the male lions this evening. They got up about 20 minutes ago. Apparently they've just gone after something. They reported hearing other animals running. They've lost sight of those male lions. Wouldn't be surprised if they've got some full bellies in the morning. Where are these sneaky bush babies? Hard to get. Oh, there's a cheetah. Oh my goodness, there we go everybody. So this is where the male cheetahs were hiding out. Wow, not often you see a cheetah moving around in the dark. Where's his brother? He's just heard something. It stopped him in his tracks. Could be his brother. Or is he stalking something? Wow. Was not expecting that, everybody. Quickly come around here and see what he's doing. I don't see any other cheetah on the road behind us here. There. Looks like he's stalking something, guys. Wow. Incredible. So where we had the tracks doubling back just before we got to the gate, just after the elephants, I reckon these two male cheetah were somewhere there. They must have turned around or having heard the lions. And they must have been sleeping somewhere close to Mamba Dam, because this road where we've just found this male cheetah, everybody, comes from that waterhole. He didn't look very skinny, eh? Almost like they'd eaten something. Copy. Now what is interesting, there's only one cheetah that we've seen. There's no contact calling. If his brother went in there and lay down. Maybe that's why we can't see him. Maybe he's just laid down with his brother in here. Because the way he was tracking, he was going to come out somewhere where we parked here. I have actually watched cheetah hunt in the dark before, everybody. Only once. It was, yeah, just after sunset, so the sun had gone down. It was dark, it was completely dark. And a female cheetah killed a steenbok in Mopani woodland on the property in Gala, where I used to work as a full-time guide. It was incredible. We didn't stay with her for very long after she'd killed it, because of course, firstly the steenbok made quite a lot of noise while she was killing it. And if we sit there with the spotlight on her, we're gonna just lead any other predator straight to that cheetah. So we left her shortly after, and I couldn't find her again the next morning. There was no trace of her. But it was remarkable to have seen this cheetah hunt at night. So it's not unheard of. It's just not common for them to do it. They are predominantly diurnal predators, hunting during the day and avoiding the risk of bumping into the bigger cats at night. Wow, what a surprise. What an amazing surprise. Past that area one more time, see if we don't see this cheetah or both before we wrap up for the evening. Copy. Also consider the fact, everybody, that there's quite a lot of light tonight, with it almost being full moon. Might also be why these cheetah are still on the move. Good news for them, I guess, is that the lions aren't around. They certainly aren't here on Blaubank. The pride is on Kai and Lowveld, and the male lions we know are on Leadwood. So these male cheetah can sleep a little bit easier knowing that the lions aren't around, but of course they still have to contend with leopards. Amazing. Now they might have settled in that thicket back there, everybody, where we last saw him moving. It doesn't look like he's come down here. No, there's no tracks of him here. Alright folks, we are gonna wrap it up here. Thanks very much, everybody. Epic afternoon. It was lovely sharing it with all of you. We hope you all have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. And we also hope to see you all again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye for now.